Okay, today we are going to talk of a very delicate topic because a lot of parents face a lot of issues about talking to their young children about things that they think are very difficult to address. So that is why I wanted to take up this topic. Now the age group, very small children, probably it's just telling them about their body parts. But as they grow, and these days children mature early, so as they grow to about even 10 years, abroad, like Renu tells me, her granddaughter's 7 and her daughter's already facing these problems. But in India, it used to be, about 14, 15, 16 at our age. But now the age limit has reduced to about 10, where children start questioning, children start exploring. And today for this session, I have a childhood friend of mine, Renu Shore, with me. We have spent our adolescent years together. So I think she'll relate more to what our generation was, because from the other audience, I don't see anyone from my generation. But then there is that middle generation who will identify with children, growing up around 12, 13, because those were supposed to be the teens. But now the parents who are attending this are parents of children who will face this even from 7, 8, 9 onwards, and definitely by 10, 11. Children become very aware. So that is why, I would like to speak on this topic on how to address and how to put it in a way that children get a right perspective about this particular topic. When we had physical school, I used to talk to children about these things, but now that we don't, that is why I said if you have children, beyond 10, 11, 12, even they could attend. They would probably benefit from it. First of all, some things you will agree with me. Anything, when you go back and look at your childhood also, anything that is hidden is shameful. When a child is born, we don't think of the child being nude at all. Then even till 1 year or so, we don't. And then gradually we put it in the child's mind that certain parts of the body have to be covered. Initially, the children don't understand. They run around naked. Even till 2 years, it's okay. But after 2, if a child is running around naked in the house, it's taken a bit seriously and not considered normal. So that is why the child is then supposed to cover certain body parts. Now, in a lighter vein, after the COVID, I think children will grow up to realize that nose is also, private part. So, this shows that it is only we as human beings who are socialized. They are covering parts and making them hidden. Now, these are the body parts which they are not supposed to show. So when they're not supposed to show some parts, they attach shame to it. So anytime, say, an 8-year-old is running around naked, everybody will comment, shameful, shame. So he knows that these body parts, there's something different. I can show my eyes, I can show my nose, but there's certain parts I have to cover. And then he associates shame with those body parts. So this is one thing we have to correct. It's not shame as such. And what we have to educate the children, why we cover certain body parts. Also, whatever is hidden, we as adults also. आप कोई चीज छुपा दोगे, that is why surprises are, so attractive. Because जो भी चीज आप छुपा दोगे, वो उसमें क्यूरियोसिटी होती है. सो जो चीज छुपी होती है, आपको देखने की इच्छा होती है. आप खुद भी अगर आपसे कोई गिफ्ट भी छुपा के रखता है, तो you want to open it and see what is in it. So similarly, all children, this is a very natural instinct also. Whenever something is hidden, they are curious and they want to find out. अब उनके तरीके किसी तरह से भी they will find out. Now, anything which is denied, taboo, is tempting. कुछ भी चीज आपको भी मना की जाए तो वो टेम्पटिंग लगती है, ट्राई करने को दिल करता है. A lot of us probably in our growing years, just because girls को smoke नहीं करना है, we would at least get tempted to smoke. पर कई बार हमारे value systems इतने ज्यादा स्ट्रांग होते हैं कि हम नहीं करते हैं कि करना नहीं चाहिए, हम उसे इतना बुरा मानते हैं. बट समवेयर सम पीपल मस्ट हैव ट्राइड इट बिकॉज इट्स सो टेम्पटिंग टू सी भाई क्या चीज है जो मना की जा रही है. Anything which you deny is attractive. So when you are growing up and you are denied the company of say boys, or in case of boys, girls, it's very tempting to find out कि क्या होता है. After all, it's not, when you actually go out with boys or girls, you find it's very normal. लेकिन जब तक वो denial में रहती है, वो बहुत tempting लगती है, लगता है जाके देखो, पता नहीं मतलब वहाँ क्या हो रहा होगा जो हम मिस कर रहे हैं. And anything that anybody feels embarrassed about talking becomes dirty. So when, as parents, we do not talk about certain subjects, और कोई भी चीज आती है हम बच्चों की आंख बंद कर देते हैं और बोलते हैं मत देखो, वो नॉर्मल उसमें कुछ वीडियो देख रहा है और उसको हम बंद कर देते हैं. सो उसमें एक जो भावना पैदा होती है, दैट इज अबाउट इट्स डर्टी, और इट इज लेट मी सी आफ्टर माय मदर्स गॉन अवे कि क्या मना कर रहे थे, मैं देख ही लूं. And then he realizes that all these things which I'm now seeing are supposed to be hidden. So it's very embarrassing for him. So all these things are actually what we put into a child's mind. And from there starts the negative sex education of a child. Right from the time a child is very young, it starts off with a feeling of something sleazy attached to it. कुछ जो है वो अच्छा नहीं है, एंड उसको वो समझ ही नहीं पाता है कि अब मैं उसे डील कैसे करूं. सो यू सी ऑल्सो बिकॉज ऑफ दिस वी फाइंड दैट इन इंडिया स्पेशली देयर आर अ लॉट ऑफ सेक्सुअल प्रॉब्लम्स एज चिल्ड्रन ग्रो अप, because there is very little that they can discuss. They can't find out. They keep blaming themselves for their feelings, what they are feeling. And whenever they are being curious or they try to find out, कहीं ना कहीं बच्चा अपने में सोचता है कि मैं डर्टी हूँ, मैं गंदी बातें कर रहा हूँ, कैन नॉट sort of relate to anything which he finds that it is okay. So we as parents, first of all, we have to explain to the children that it is not sleazy, it is okay, but to be educated and how to look at these things. So things should be matter of fact and open. I am against having anything which is behind closed doors. However, we cannot have everything in open doors. So from the beginning, a child has to be taught that there are certain restrictions because we are social beings. Now, if you see animals, they don't wear clothes. They have no such thing, sense कि उनको क्या कब करना है, whether they are they are peeing, they're doing potty, or they're doing anything on the road, because they're not socialized animals. They don't have this kind of society which restricts them. Now, what children have to be taught is that human beings are above this genre of animals. So, क्योंकि हम advanced हो गए हैं, क्योंकि हमारे पास mind है, तो हम एक social उसमें रहते हैं, तो हमको जो भी सोसाइटी के रूल्स हैं उसमें हम अपने आप को ही बांधते हैं. इट इज नॉट कि कोई हमें बांधता है. we can be junglis, we can just do anything that we feel like, but we want to be accepted in society, and because we want to be accepted in society, we want to adhere to the rules of the society. So, and every society has different rules. As far as clothes is concerned, what covers you and what does not also depends on society. Now in India, we wear a sari. So showing our waist is nothing. Nobody gets very excited about a woman in a sari because waist dikh rahi hai na, because we are used to it. हम रोज अपनी माँ की, अपनी सिस्टर की, सबकी waist तो देखते ही हैं, तो हमें वो अजीब नहीं लगता है. But when you go abroad, showing the midriff for them is what they call sexy, because they attach a different feeling to it. उनके कपड़े क्या होते हैं, उनके shifts होती है या skirts होती है, blouse होता है. They generally don't show the waist unless it's a model or somebody very forward. In our country, we don't show our legs. If an Indian girl wears a skirt, the legs are uncovered is is considered worse than the waist uncovered. Whereas they consider the legs uncovered as very normal because that they are used to it. Girls growing up, they all wear shorts, they wear skirts. So that it all depends on the culture. In the Muslim countries, they wear the hijab. For them, showing hair is not done. I mean, can you think? I can't even think कि मेरे बाल भी किसी को ऐसे excite कर सकेंगे. But for them, probably it's considered like that. We are not talking about religion or faith. But in their culture, they will have to cover their hair. I have seen in Egypt, I've seen girls who have the hijab, पूरा hair covered है. They wear the scarf यहाँ तक. But they have the legs uncovered. They're wearing shorts. So it depends on how your own society sees it and what part of the body they think should be covered. Across the world, certain parts are covered by all cultures generally, unless it's a tribal culture. So, these parts are what we term as the private parts. And we teach our children to at least cover the private parts. Rest is socialization. Just as clothes, the concept of clothes, the expression of love is also different in different cultures. When you see English movies, when the husband leaves the house, it's very normal for a husband to kiss his wife. But in the Indian culture, not at all acceptable. So, these kind of expression of love also differs culture to culture. Even hugging is not allowed in certain cultures, not considered good. Allowed or not allowed is conservative and families which are more progressive. Then the child has to be explained that there is a difference in love, whether it is love for parents, whether it is love for siblings, माँ बाप का प्यार, sister brother का प्यार, या कुछ boyfriend girlfriend का प्यार, husband wife का प्यार, और अपने parents का प्यार, बहुत सबके जो levels हैं वो different होते हैं. What you can do with one, you do not do with the other. So these kind of things are taught to the children, not so much in words, but probably by expression. And also, most importantly, more than sex, I think children should be educated about love. What is love in families, in even husband and wife? And what are the dimensions of love? And that is where I think we have a lot of problem in Indian households. Because, in front of children, you don't even hug your wife or husband. You do not do any affectionate gesture, क्योंकि आपके मन में ये है कि वो उसको कैसे interpret करेगा. When you're lying down, you do not, sort of lie down even together, because in your mind, you are adults. So you're not lying down together. You're not holding your husband or your wife. You're not, when you're leaving, even hugging you're a little awkward. So, and of course, going beyond that, kissing or something, to bahut hi mushkil hai. So now, as a result, the child gets a very distorted version of love. For him, this kind of a love becomes very sleazy, and he grows up with the fact कि husband-wife का जो love है वो दूर-दूर से होता है. वो ये gestures नहीं हो सकते. And जो ये gestures हैं वो उनको love से remove करके दिखता है, because his parents, he knows that the parents love each other, but there is no physical contact. So physical contact and love are two different things for him. And that is where, as growing up children, they learn carnal love, lust. They do not learn love because he does not associate this love with care, with respect, with responsibility. So usko physical love dirty लगता है, और जो ये love, care, respect है, वो respectful लगता है. So now these children, as they're growing up, they sometimes have problems in their married life also, because he sees them as two different things. And that is why we have so many cases of marital discord, marital rape, because men especially, they cannot understand this. And women, girls, as they grow up, they are taught to feel guilty about anything physical, so they cannot accept this kind of love. So we have a lot of marital problems. What we have to teach our children is that love comes with responsibility. Without responsibility, it is just physical lust. And that is when they're growing up, they should know the difference between infatuation, lust, and love. So these things as parents, not only explaining in words, lecture देने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, but every day when you talk to your child, when you give instances of your child to your child, or when you behave in your household, it should come naturally to him. Also, when you're watching, say, an English movie together, आजकल तो खैर there is no difference. In Hindi movies also there is a lot of physical contact. So instead of saying कि ये मूवी गंदी है या नहीं है, because जैसे ही आपने गंदी बोला, वो फ्रेंड के घर में जरूर देख के आएगा, because he wants to see कि इसमें क्या गंदा है, मैं भी देख लूं. So instead of doing that, it is better to explain कि when you feel this feeling, it is okay to be this, but when you're responsible. So, difference between when you explain from a very young child, when you explain the difference between human and animal behavior, it's very easy to get the child introduced to this topic with animals. Children who grow up on farms or who see animals, they are very easy to deal with in these topics, because the basics they have seen and know. Now, what you have to teach them is that humans and animals, they are different, because animals learn everything on their own by instinct. Humans are dependent on parents for a long, long time. So whether it's emotion, whether it is anything educative, the human beings teach their children by example or by telling them. So then you have to teach them that human mind is very multidimensional. एक ही चीज नहीं है कि एक चीज में फोकस कर लिया है तो उसको वैसे ही एक ही उसमें होगा. Love can have many dimensions. It is not only physical. It is not only platonic. Platonic is without any physical contact. Also, the role of mind in feelings and actions. When I talk to the children, I always give them this example. I say, when you are lying down with your mother, you are hugging her, आप उनके ऊपर नीचे सब हो रहे हो. But even as a 15, 14, 15, 16-year-old, there is no feeling which you feel for another girl just by looking at her. That feeling is very different. When you're lying down with your sister, she's a young girl, but there is no such physical feeling at all. अगर love सिर्फ physical होता, तो एक female और male में वही होना चाहिए था, पर नहीं होता. That means the center of this feeling is here and not in the body. आपका जो mind है अगर clear है, तो आपको सारी feeling, आपके सारे hormones जो होंगे, वो उसी हिसाब से आएंगे जैसे आप mind में think कर रहे हो. And that is where I think we have a lot of sexual crimes and rape and all that. It is not the act. It is the feeling that the education that these boys have had of being superior to the woman, power, and those things. It is not about physical thing at all. These same men, when they lie down with their sisters or mothers or they are joking around with them, they do not get the same feeling. So the whole concept is in the mind and not the body. And then the mating behavior of different species, if you explain it to them from that point of view, they will know that why it is important to have a physical relationship also. Now, as children are growing up, by about 10, 11, I think somewhere their hormonal changes are taking place and they are looking at the opposite sex in a different manner. Then they get confused because उनके mind में तो भरा गया है कि looking at the opposite sex and feeling something is dirty. So that is where the guilt comes in and they feel कि ये तो मैं तो बहुत बुरा बच्चा हूँ. मैं जब ऐसे देखता हूँ किसी को तो मेरे मन में feelings क्यों आती हैं? Then he starts questioning himself or she starts questioning herself. So it is with boys and girls all together. But लेकिन girls का क्या होता है? It is so subdued. और हम उनको सोसाइटी के रूल्स में इतना ज्यादा प्रेशराइज कर देते हैं कि वो अपने आप को भी कभी नहीं बोल सकती कि मेरे में भी ये फीलिंग्स आती हैं. और अगर आती हैं तो इतनी छुपी हुई होती हैं कि वो उसको कभी भी ना खुद एक्सेप्ट करती हैं और ना बाहर बोल के एक्सेप्ट करती हैं. So उससे वो गिल्ट फीलिंग उनकी बढ़ती जाती है, and then abnormal sexual behavior takes place. Now, whereas the physical acts are concerned, if a child is very clear about the beauty of the acts, I think they understand much better. You have to sort of, when you talk to the child, and it's not one day that you sit with the child and explain, but the miracle of the world, अगर दुनिया में चीजें पैदा ही नहीं होती तो क्या होता? So whether it's creation of a plant, creation of an animal, creation of anything, the whole world rests on procreation. अगर इस पूरी दुनिया के और जो गॉड में बिलीव करते हैं, गॉड के मिरेकल को आप बिलीव करते हैं, तो आप देखेंगे that everything is concentrated on every race procreating, and उसके बाद अपने आप को कितना इस दुनिया में मतलब सर्वाइवल इंस्टिंक्ट में बनाते हैं. Now if you see when wars take place, तो बहुत लोग मरते हैं, and research has shown that when a big calamity takes place, the procreation rate of the species goes up. उसमें क्यों होता है? Because this is nature, survival instinct. It is not that because of that human beings start producing a lot, but somewhere in the minds of people comes the feeling that हम जो है वो ये human race खत्म होने वाली है. So that is why multiplication takes place much more. So this is a law of nature, and it is better that we explain to our children that it is nothing sleazy or dirty. It's a law of nature, just like it's a simple act like you go and you urinate. It's a law of nature. You have to throw out water from your body which is in excess. Yet we don't do it in public because of socialization. It's not accepted. So certain acts are very natural, but not to be done in public. They are private acts. So even if the child will say ki, it is a very natural act, he wants to do potty, but why doesn't he just sit and do potty anyway? As we grow up, we learn ki no, we have to go behind closed doors and do it, and explain to him that if everybody starts doing it in open places, will it look nice? No. So similarly, certain acts of affection are behind closed doors. Certain acts are in front of closed doors, in front of everybody. So what is acceptable in front of everybody and what is not? But expression of love is not dirty. So this is something that the children must understand. Now, secondly, everything should be age appropriate. You can explain to your children that what is okay at a certain age and stage is not okay at another age and stage. Not only age and stage, it's environment. When a mother is breastfeeding her child, it's not an act of nudity. हम सब देखते हैं, हम कभी उसको सोचते भी नहीं है कि mother is exposed or mother nude है. Same thing if a woman is not breastfeeding and her breasts are exposed, then it is nudity. Now, it is all again in the mind, how our mind has been trained. हम एक चीज को, उसी चीज को हम किस तरह से देख रहे हैं. And why it is acceptable in one circumstance, why it is not acceptable in another circumstance. Also, your emotion, your feeling cannot be exposed anywhere at any time. अगर आपको बहुत जोर से किसी के ऊपर प्यार आ रहा है, you cannot go and just hug a person and kiss the person. So किस तरह अपने आप को कंट्रोल करना है और क्यों कंट्रोल करना है? Now this is I think one of the major roles of a parent. It is really not necessary that the mothers talk to daughters and fathers talk to sons. But somehow in our society, we find it very difficult to do it, cross. So mothers cannot talk to sons at a particular age. उनको बहुत मुश्किल लगता है, and fathers cannot talk to daughters. So I believe जो भी parent comfortable हो, the moment you are not comfortable, the moment you're talking to a child about this, and आप अपने अंदर जो है आप में वो कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं है, आप झिझक रहे हो, the child will not get the message of your words. The child will get the message of your actions, of your feeling. That is why in school also, we don't have very young teachers who are embarrassed to talk about this, to talk to children. Now, when I talk to the children, my age difference is so much that I can talk to them in a mature manner without feeling embarrassed about it. So that is why I become the right person to talk to children about this, and not a young girl who finds it very embarrassing. Even bio teachers, I think Renu will bear with me. हम लोग जब 11th standard में थे तो हम लोगों को तो anatomy होती थी. We used to have dissections. We used to be studying all that. But I still remember our bio teacher did not have the guts to explain to us any such. Yes, right? Yes, yes. She did not have the guts to tell us anything about procreation, about sex, anything. So हमने जो भी सीखा वो frogs और cockroaches का सीखा. So हमने उनका dissection भी किया, उनका theory भी सीखा. But frankly telling you, even in college, I did not know. We were so innocent. College में आकर, I don't know, कुछ नहीं मालूम था, कुछ भी नहीं मालूम था. And it was so surprising when I look back. I was a science student. I was 16, 17, 18. And I did not know.
You thought people just lie together and the babies are born. That's
we all have had this thing.
Yeah.
Maybe
and of course the amount of we did to everything.
Yes.
I'm sure even now kids do that probably.
Yeah.
Or maybe they don't. I don't really know.
And I'll tell you, in school, that's in the 11th. We didn't have 12th, so our passing out year was 11th. And the other day we were just discussing. In 11th, some girl found out from somebody, koi senior girl, kisi ne kuch bataya hoga. And when she came and, mujhe pata chal gaya, and we were all around her, kya pata chala. So all of us have had this experience. और उसने हमको जो बताया हमारी बिल्कुल समझ में नहीं आया कि वो बोल क्या रही है, क्योंकि उसने जो बताया
totally disbelieving and
उसने जो बताया वो मतलब हमारी इमेजिनेशन से बाहर था और उसको भी कुछ क्या समझ में आया, we don't know. So at that age when we didn't know anything, and हमारे में कुछ natural curiosity की भी कमी थी. हमने कभी सोचा ही नहीं कि find out करें, and बच्चे कैसे पैदा होते होंगे हमने actually कभी apply नहीं किया. So now with experiential learning and project-based learning, now children are going to explore. We are teaching them explore. हम उनको बोलते हैं सब चीज explore करो, and then we tell them ये वाला portion explore मत करना. So it cannot happen. Now when children are exploring, they will explore everything. You cannot tell a child ये कर लो और ये नहीं करना. So that is why parenting is becoming difficult, but also easy, because our parents never even thought of talking to us about any such thing. My mother was a doctor, and yet it was never talked about. So बाकी तो क्या ही कहना कि बाकी mothers क्यों करेंगे. So even from that stage now, parents are much more aware. Also, it's much easier to talk to children because, one of the years I was having this topic, I was discussing this topic with some 8th, 9th standard students. And when I came to class, I said, how many of you know what is sex? You won't believe the whole class knew. So from somewhere or the pehle dheere dheere haath khade hue, but sabke khade ho gaye. I said, theek hai, we are going to discuss it. So how many of you know? And all of them raised their hands. They said, we know. But what they knew was very different to what I was going to tell. What they knew was from the internet, from the sleazy videos that they had seen. So usse kya hota hai, ek warped version ban jata hai. Because, the students were caught in the library, wo biology books mein se, wo private parts ke wo dekh rahe the and has rahe the. Now, hasna means the student knows. And obviously, they had explored. But it was easier for me to talk to them because I did not have to explain the act to them. That much they knew. Now, when they knew the act, it was very easy for me to tell them what is physical and what is emotional. And then once we got talking, you will be surprised how much the children opened up and how many questions they asked me. Now, that is the time when I talked to them about age-appropriate behavior. I said, see, at 13, you are fit to become a parent. The nature is giving you enough to become a parent. So, अगर आप सोचो कि आप ready हो, तो आप ready हो. But are you emotionally ready? Can you provide for the child? So, because any such act can lead to a child. वो सब तो बहुत अच्छा है, you enjoy, but उसके बाद जब baby हो जाएगा तो क्या करोगे? So this whole, I said, yeah, that is why when you get matured enough, when you can take responsibility, when you know that love is this plus responsibility, plus caring, plus attachment, plus maturity to bring another child in another life into your life. That is the time you are ready for it. So at 13, physically you may be ready. Though nature has not even physically made you ready, but technically you are ready. So then I explained to them, I said, see, as you grow up, what is a body doing? Girls के एक uterus होता है, which is prepared. Every month, the nature is so beautiful that every month it prepares itself to hold a child. उसके बाद वो नहीं होता है, then it disintegrates, and then this is how you have menstruation. So menstruation is nothing bad. It is preparing for the next month. So everything that is not needed by the body is thrown out. Just like every morning, what is not needed by the body is thrown out. So similar openings, whether it is food, whether it is water, the body is such a beautiful mechanism कि आपको जो चाहिए वो body absorb कर लेती है और जो आपको नहीं चाहिए वो throw out कर देती है. Similarly, men, the boys as they grow up, they have certain things which change in their body. It's very natural. Otherwise, change nahi hoga, then how is procreation going to take place? So technically, you may be ready at 30, but you are not ready to have this kind of relationship till you are at least 20, 21, 22, or maybe 30. So wait. It will come naturally to you. There is no person जिसको naturally नहीं आएगा. So आप Mr. Mrs. Father, Mother तो बन ही जाओगे. लेकिन आपको बनना क्या है? आपको बनना है a good human being, somebody that somebody can look up to. You have to become somebody who can provide for a child growing up. So वो जब आप बन जाओगे, then you bring another child into the world. So till then, emotions will be there. Now, this is where human beings come in. This is where the mind comes in. You have to learn to rein in your emotions and not do what your hormones are telling you to do. Then infatuation and love. Infatuation is a very, very normal feeling. Feeling for the opposite sex is very normal. It is nothing abnormal that you feel attracted to a girl or attracted to a boy. But where that attraction has to stop and how much it can go ahead and what will it do if you allow it to go ahead is what we have to teach our children. Getting attracted is okay, no problem. Being friendly is okay, no problem. Feeling love is okay, no problem. But after that, where is it going? जब तक ये यहाँ तक सीमित है, तब तक कोई problem नहीं है because opposite sex will get attracted. But beyond that, when it starts affecting your thinking, your life, your studies, that is where the problem occurs कि अगर आप पढ़ाई नहीं करोगे, अगर आप अपने focus से भटक जाओगे, तो कल को ये relationship भी टूट जाएगा. Because one of you is going to get ahead. जब वो आगे progress कर जाएगा तो आपको तो पीछे छोड़ जाएगा. So that is where you know it was infatuation. It was not love. Love occurs with responsibility, with caring, and most of all by respect. Do you respect that other person? That is very important. Now, sex is an act of love. It may not be an act of love. So when it is not an act of love, this is called rape. Now children, listen to this word, throughout. Itna zyada TV par har jagah hai. You cannot keep them away from it. You have to explain to them what is rape. So going against somebody's wishes when the other person, there is no love involved. So wahi act jo hai wo rape ban jata hai. Act is the same. And it becomes a crime. It becomes an emotional, tarnish to you, to the other person. So this, especially for boys, is very important. And when I was taking this class, so after all this, one boy asked me, says, can boys only rape? Can't the girls rape? Very good question. Because these days, this is also what you have to teach them. Yeah, it is not, rape as a physical thing. Maybe boys only can. But it is not कि girls इतनी अभी innocent हो गई हैं या नहीं वो feel करती हैं. It can be other way around also. When the boys can be sucked into this physical relationship. So how are they going to differentiate the two? It may not be called rape, but similar things happen there also. Then exploitation by, again, this good and bad touch we teach from class 1. छोटी, और जैसे जैसे वो बढ़ते जाते हैं हम उनको उसकी ज्यादा उसका एक लेवल हम भी बढ़ाते जाते हैं और उनको बताते जाते हैं. But as they grow up, it becomes more and more important because this good and bad touch उनको छोटे बच्चों वाला समझ में आ जाता है. But when their own hormones are playing up, फिर उनको ये फीलिंग या ये इनको सेंस नहीं रहती कि एज डिफरेंस क्या होता है. And that is why we have a lot of crimes in society. I would call them crimes only because elder people taking advantage of the younger children. Now, जब वो छोटे थे उनको मालूम नहीं था, so इसलिए उनको एक physical act ही लगता था. हालांकि I think a child in class 1 also senses कि there's something wrong, लेकिन उसको सिर्फ physical act लगता था. लेकिन जैसे जैसे वो बच्चा 10, 11, 12, 13 का होता है, now what happens is he's also growing or she is also growing. Hormonal changes उसमें भी हैं. So वो उसको क्योंकि उनके hormones work कर रहे हैं, उसको चीज अच्छी लगने लगती है. So it is not exploitation only by the man. Now when this child takes pleasure in it, तो उसको वो exploitation लगता ही नहीं. And that is why we have a lot of adolescents getting misled by these kind of things. फिर उसको वो गंदा नहीं लगता है क्योंकि वो इन्वॉल्व हो जाता है बच्चा. And that is, becomes very difficult then for the parents to deal with. So it is better that you talk to your child continuously and, in different atmospheres, different, उसको जो भी आप examples देते हो देकर, so that the child is aware कि उसकी अपनी feelings भी इसमें काम करती है. And it is not dirty. It's natural to feel like that. But it is wrong because you can be misled. गलती हमेशा older person की रहती है, whether it's a man or a woman. So the older person is matured. The older person is doing it with a perverse attitude. We cannot excuse the older person कि उसको मालूम नहीं था और उसने इस तरह कर दिया. But जो 11, 12, 10, 11, 12, 13 साल के बच्चे हैं, वो भी इन्वॉल्व होंगे, लेकिन उनको इतनी सेंस नहीं थी कि क्या गलत है और क्या ठीक है. So that is where the parents are blamed because they did not educate them enough. That is where your role comes in. और उनको एक dirty, sleazy जो behavior होता है, उसके बारे में they get an idea from the films, from YouTube. क्योंकि उसमें आजकल unfortunately क्या हो गया है कि डर्टी स्लीजी बिहेवियर सिर्फ विलन्स ही नहीं करते हैं मूवीज में, ये हीरोज भी करते हैं. देयर आर मूवीज जहां हीरो जो है वो लड़की के पीछे पड़ा हुआ है, उसको तंग करता है, उसको यहाँ तक कि कपल ऑफ मूवीज रेप करता है, और उसके बाद भी वो हीरो है क्योंकि उसके बाद वो अच्छा बन जाता है और उससे शादी करने को तैयार हो जाता है. So when children see these kind of role models, what are they going to think? उनको समझ ही नहीं आता है कि ये रेप है या लव है. So these two concepts should never be confused in a child's mind. The child should know that the child is the master of his or her body. Nobody is allowed to violate it. So this particular thing has to be taught to the child, in a manner that is a matter of fact. उसको कभी भी ये नहीं लगना चाहिए कि कोई स्पेशल टॉपिक है, इसमें बात करने के लिए मुझे कोई भूमिका करनी पड़ेगी. It's a matter of fact. It's a matter of everybody goes through it. So it's nothing to be ashamed. So when you get the shame out of these things, then only your child will talk to you. The respect for women has to be taught by role modeling. This is one thing that comes from home. In families जहाँ fathers, mother को respect करते हैं, जहाँ पर it's not only about sexual behavior, it is day-to-day behavior. जहाँ पे बच्चा देखता है love है, warmth है, respect है, वहाँ पे बच्चों का बड़ा healthy attitude to sex होगा. जहाँ पे फैमिली में या तो वायलेंस है और वायलेंस नहीं भी है तो डिसरिस्पेक्ट. जहाँ पे बच्चे ने कहीं भी सेंस किया that my mother's saying yes does not matter, not only to sex, to other things also. उसको दिमाग में क्या हो गया that it does not matter whether a woman wants it or not. If the man wants it, he gets it. Similarly, लड़कियां क्या देखती हैं? From the other point of view, लड़कियां देखती हैं कि फादर को जो चाहिए, मदर सबमिसिव है, मदर हमेशा यस बोलेगी. तो उनके माइंड में ये जो रोल मॉडल है विमेन का, वो क्या पड़ता है कि मैंने अगर नहीं बोला अपने हस्बैंड को तो देयर इज समथिंग रॉन्ग विद मी, सो आई एम ऑलवेज सपोज्ड टू सबमिट. एंड दिस ट्रांसलेट्स फ्रॉम एनी बिहेवियर टू द बेडरूम ऑल्सो टुमारो. इट इज नॉट कन्फाइंड, ये ऐसे नहीं हो सकता है कि घर में एक चीज और बेडरूम में दूसरी चीज. यही चीज जो है उसकी मेंटल साइक में बेडरूम में भी होगी ही होगी. Then the basic thing of telling them the difference between a man and a gentleman, a woman and a lady. So ये दो में क्या फर्क होता है? This I think we do enough in schools also, and we teach them a lot about this. So this is very important in homes also. Very important to teach them this. The whole idea of self-control in any behavior translated to this behavior. So gradually look for signs, look for any opportunity where you feel the child wants you to talk. Never miss that opportunity. अगर फिर भी आपको लगता है that you cannot talk to a child about such things and you're not comfortable. I mean, suddenly आप भी एक one fine day change नहीं हो सकते. This is a personality that develops over a period of time. Then do expose the child to anybody where you feel the person will be talking to, and not just a doctor. Normally क्या होता है, लोग अपने बच्चों को डॉक्टर के पास ले जाते हैं, इसको ना ये एजुकेशन दे दो. You see, doctors are very clinical. Actually, this whole topic is supposed to be dealt with emotionally, not clinical. Clinical तो बच्चों को एक डायग्राम दिखाओ तो उनको पता चल जाता है कि what happens. So doctors treat it as a topic. वो उसको भी studies रखता है. Like I told you, हमें सब कुछ साइंस में पढ़ाया गया था, हमारे को थ्योरी सब ऐसे मालूम थी, हमने कभी ट्रांसलेट ही नहीं किया उसे एक्चुअल बिहेवियर में, तो हमारे दिमाग में कभी आया ही नहीं. So it is not a bio teacher or a doctor who needs to be consulted, but a matured person who can deal with this without feeling embarrassed, without feeling the shame, and giving a good perspective on this whole social behavior. So today I will stop here. In the next session, we will take up many more issues related to this. You can come up with questions also. Now, if you have any questions, you can come up with it. Renu, you would like to say something? I think you're looking as if you want to say something.
Yes, you very rightly noticed it. So, amazing whatever you have told, no doubt about that. Thing is, first you have to make up your mind that you are going to talk to your child, because that is the first step that you have to get over. And that you are not going to beat about the bush and say things about bees and, words and bees and all that. I was reading an article and by one Rachit Verma or something, and he says, my parents, in fact, both of them sat down. He's an only son, and they told him that you are getting into teenage years and you would be seeing girls and you would be interested. Same thing can be done for the girl also, that you would be meeting a whole lot of boys and must explain to you this whole process of reproduction. So there is a man has a penis and it goes into a vagina, and that is how the penis secretes. So it was, he says, it was all dealt with so straight, in such a straightforward way. And that kind of set the tone. They said they were not overtly expressive or that they were terribly modern or something, but they were very sensible, very practical, very matter of fact. Then another thing they told him, or they made him realize, it was okay before you actually get into an active sex life. It's okay to be in love with yourself and to relieve yourself, you know. And he says at one time he had just come out of his bath and his mother walked in and, you know, she abruptly turned and went away because he was in the process of handling himself. And then he didn't know how to go out. And eventually he did go out and say, Mom, don't talk about it. And she said, yeah, that's the best. And 15 years, whatever years, never got back. So it's okay to love yourself, to love a girl, to love a boy, to love all three of them. Very important, we are moving into an era where there is more realization. There is almost 10% active young population, which is LGBT, that is gay. LGBT is, you know, lesbian and gay, then I think deviants and transgenders. So we need to acknowledge that out of 100 children, 10 kids are bound to have a different orientation. And there is no point in trying to take them to a quack or a doctor. This is the way. I don't like gulab jamun. Well, I don't like gulab jamun. I cannot be taken to a doctor because I don't like gulab jamun or whatever. What I'm trying to say is you need to get broad-minded. It is possible, you know, and there is such high incidence of suicide amongst those who are, you know, into same-sex inclination and relationship, because at some point they start realizing, oh, they are not interested in, if it's a man, not interested in girls, and if it's girl, she's not interested in a guy. They start blaming themselves because that's the environment we have created around them, you know, that it can't be right, you know. But it's something like this fellow, what is that hero, Rakesh Roshan's son? He's born with 6 fingers. Hrithik Roshan, he's born with 6 fingers. So he's born with 6 fingers. Can anything be defective about it or wrong about it? So whatever Aradhana has said, that of course has laid down the ground for why we need to be in this space. And what I am adding is, go ahead, speak to them, get over your own hesitation between you, your wife and your husband or whatever. First decide, okay, we are going to talk, and treat it as most matter of fact. You might be surprised because your child may turn around and say, oh, what's so new? I already knew about it. The kids are really advanced. I remember there was this grade 3 child, and outside my office, these kids were playing, and there was a lot of dust. So one of these girls started coughing. She had inhaled a lot of, and I say, and then the other said, kya hua? And one of them says, oh, you know, Azharuddin ke bachche ki maa banne wali hai, you know. So the kids are really, really ahead. So don't mince words. They could in fact tell you, Ma, that's not how it is. You know, they could correct you. Be open-minded. Think, actually, Aradhana had put those questions. I don't know why you didn't ask them. That if your child needs to know something, who does he go to first? Is that you? Actually, that is what you have to aim at. That your child, whenever he has a question, is first coming to you and not going to the whole world. That is what we did, Aradhana and I.
Yeah.
Went to the whole world, discovered some nonsense. And yeah, anyway. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Just go ahead, talk to them. That is what is the true need. And why you need to talk, that of course Aradhana has gone over it. Thanks.
Yeah, good. In fact, that is what, in the next session I would be dealing with is deviant sexual behavior. What is the psychology of a rapist? What is the psychology of a criminal? And how these psychologies can be formed in childhood. So this kind of behavior we are going to deal with. And what she's also said about what, it was not considered normal. Now it is considered normal. आपके बच्चे जब तक बड़े हो रहे हैं, उसमें तो बहुत ही normal हो जाएगा. Because you see, whatever is happening in the West is bound to come to India sooner or later. It's come in a lot, we at Ahmednagar, we do not hear of such things very often. But आपके बच्चे अभी अहमदनगर में तो नहीं रहने वाले हैं, बाहर भी जाने वाले हैं. So before they go outside, at least they should be educated enough on all these topics. So if you have any questions, please address them personally or on the page or on whatever group. They'll be answered, and we'll continue on a similar topic for the next session also. And anybody else who wants to say something? Are you shocked so much that nobody's talking?
No, I don't think so. I think
may I say something?
Yes.
Very often also what happens is, ma'am, when children are very young, I'm actually going to talk about child abuse a little bit, because when children are extremely young, and I'm talking about maybe children who are maybe 5, 6, maybe 7, when they are abused, or when they experience any of these kind of situations where an adult or maybe a slightly older sibling, it could even be a sibling or anybody has this physical kind of thing with them. What children go through is that they, how should I put it? They start, when they realize what is happening, which comes much later to them, they start blaming themselves, and they start feeling that it was probably because of them that it happened. And that is actually a situation which is very, very difficult, because they do not let it out. They don't speak to anybody about it, but it affects them. And it affects them to such an extent that they are depressed, and they get withdrawn, or they can even become violent. So that is another thing that happens, and it more so happens when families are big, when they live in joint families, or even when they are in contact with people they feel they can trust. So it happens within the homes. And this is just something that I wanted to talk about. Also, a lot of times, though we are in Ahmednagar, we feel that, we are in a very safe city compared to the other metropolitan cities. But these things still do happen. Maybe nobody talks about them. Maybe we don't hear about them. And so people feel that it's not going to happen to them. But actually, it does happen. It's just that we don't get to know about these things. So these are just two things that I wanted to share.
Yes, it's a very, very important aspect of it, which we'll also take up in detail. And, most of all, my, whole take on this thing was more on an emotional level, where I think the crux of this whole thing is role modeling, which I do in every session. For everything, it's role modeling. So with what the parents do. Now, also notice, the way children are playing. That's a very big giveaway. कभी भी आप बच्चों को कभी दूर से ऑब्जर्व करिए कैसे खेलते हैं, और जब वो खेलते हैं तो वो आपको मॉडल कर रहे हैं. तो आप उसमें देखिए कि आप कहाँ रॉन्ग जा रहे हैं. आपका सारा जो बिहेवियर है वो उनके प्ले में रोल मॉडल होता है. एंड इट इज नॉट कि दे विल मॉडल एनीथिंग वेरी ग्रेट. वहां से आपको हिंट मिल सकता है. रिस्पेक्ट फॉर ईच अदर, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. आप जब पेरेंट्स बन जाते हैं, आपकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बन जाती है दैट यू बिकम गुड रोल मॉडल्स. आपकी बनती हो या नहीं बनती हो, आपको लव हो या नहीं हो, बट विद चिल्ड्रन at least they must get that feeling that you are a warm family, and otherwise उनके अपने जो psychological perceptions of a life partner है वो हमेशा affected रहेंगे. So whether whatever you do, never disrespect each other. I mean, you cannot be lovey-dovey, but at least I wish some more fathers were listening to it. But in school we notice children जिनके behavior से हमें पता चलता है कि उनके घरों में उनके mother father का relationship क्या है. We can judge. So this is, what is most important in developing the right kind of mental attitude towards sexual behavior in children. और ये छोटे बच्चों की बात नहीं है, इनके adult behavior में भी बहुत बड़ा इसका role हो जाता है. So that is what I wanted to just bring to your notice. And next session we'll carry on with some more on this. You can please come up with a lot of questions. Today, I think first time people are not very, forthcoming. But by next session, please be open about it and learn to talk about it, because this is what I want. I don't want to be embarrassed about it. You don't have to use sleazy words. It can the worst of things can be said in the most pleasant words. So we'll discuss now in the next session on similar grounds. So thank you very much.